iLearning Global, I'm Boyd Matterson, and I'm excited to share with you today a simple ratio. A ratio which will impact your ability to earn income, succeed in work or business, find happiness or fulfillment, and achieve your real dreams. iLearning Global's advisory board chairman and legendary businessman Tom Murphy came up with this ratio which he calls your EVE ratio. What is your EVE ratio? EVE is an acronym which stands for your education versus your entertainment ratio. It is the ratio of the dollars you spend on education and personal growth versus the dollars you spend on entertainment each and every month. At iLearning Global, we believe your EVE ratio will, in many ways, determine your destiny. This ratio may be a clue to a person's lack of personal and financial success, and it is clearly a driving force in the lives of those who are achieving true success, real happiness, and financial prosperity. In a moment, I'm going to read to you a list of common areas where entertainment dollars are spent. So if you need to, hit the pause button right now and grab yourself a pen and a paper. Okay, now that you're ready, make sure you write down a dollar amount for each item and then list any other areas where you spend money for entertainment during a typical month. Are you ready? Now, here's a couple of categories just to get you started, then you can think of the rest on your own. Here we go. So list your dollars spent on cable TV, movies, sporting events, coffee, vacations, surfing the internet. You get the idea. So now hit the pause button on the video and write down all of the entertainment expenses that you can think of. All right, you ready? Now what I want you to do is to add up the amount of money you spend on entertainment in a typical month. And then add up the number of hours you spend on entertainment in a typical month. You know, the dollars and time spent on entertainment that you just listed don't really bring prosperity or fulfillment into your life. In fact, they may be the end result of too much prosperity or just a high credit limit on your credit card. You know, the number one goal of many people is comfort. And entertainment feels good, so it feeds our comfort addiction. Now, examine for a moment the return on investment you receive on the time and the money you spend on entertainment every month. Now, certainly there is some value and some return on investment for entertainment. It can relieve stress at times, it can help you build relationships and so on. But you know, the question is especially important if you are frustrated by the lack of prosperity or fulfillment you have in your life and you're looking for answers. You see, the entertainment list alone can be a big eye-opener. Now, let's look at the second part of this ratio, which is your education. So again, be ready. Write down a list of areas where you spend money on education in a typical month. A few examples would be seminars, training, classes, books, or professional development. So go ahead and pause the video right now, then write down all of the educational expenses you have in a typical month. With your list completed, now review that list and write down the number of hours you spend on each area and any other time spent on educational activities during your typical month. It is now time to get your EVE ratio. So how much time and how much money do you spend on both of those columns? Unfortunately, most people have a ratio of well over 100 to 1 in the dollars spent on entertainment versus the dollars they spend on education. And most have an even higher ratio when it comes to time spent on entertainment versus time spent on education. If your EVE ratio is way out of balance, you probably just discovered the reason why you may not be earning more, doing more, or becoming more in every area of your personal and professional life. Many people say they just can't afford to spend money on education. Now, I want you to stop and look at the list you just completed. View your EVE ratio and how much money you spent on entertainment. Then just try saying you can't afford to spend money on education with a straight face, because you can't. Did you know that in the United States of America, the average person's entire net worth is less than $65,000 at age 65 after a lifetime of work? You know, I think there is much to be learned from this fact. I'm convinced we've become such an entertainment-driven society that real, lifelong learning has almost become extinct. If you do want more prosperity and more fulfillment in every area of your life, it would be wise to start balancing out your EVE ratio and spend some more time and more money studying the principles and skills which drive prosperity and real fulfillment. Imagine what would happen to you, your family, your loved ones, your colleagues or employees, your neighborhood and community if everyone started to divert some of their extensive entertainment budget into self-education and lifelong learning. Unfortunately, millions of Americans are happily entertaining themselves into the poorhouse. Now, I don't think it's an accident that the word earn is found right in the middle of the word learn. Think about it. So, how do you change your Eve ratio and begin to create the life you truly desire? iLearningglobal.tv is the least expensive, most convenient, and fastest way to convert some of the dollars you're already spending on entertainment and taxes into a brighter, more prosperous, and stress-free future. For about the price of a cup of coffee per day, and in about the time it would take to drink that coffee with a bagel, you can not only get your Eve ratio moving in the right direction, but you can begin to accelerate your pace and move in the direction of your true goals and dreams. With your monthly subscription to iLearningglobal.tv, you will have access to the world's leading authorities on success, achievement, business strategies, communications, life balance, peak performance, relationships, time management, selling, negotiations, health and wellness, and much, much more. If it is true that you get what you think about, what kind of return are you really getting out of the time and money you are spending on your entertainment every single month? I am absolutely convinced that much of the time and much of the money spent on entertainment simply provides short-term pleasure, but at the end of the day, leaves you with long-term financial pain. As you look at your Eve ratio, the question to ask yourself is, am I spending my time and money on activities that are tension-relieving or goal-achieving? As always, it's your time, and it's your money, and it's your choice. But choose wisely, because it's also your future. I invite you to join an elite and growing group of individuals, entrepreneurs, and peak performers who are leveraging the knowledge, technology, and power of iLearning Global to create the life that they truly want to live. For iLearning Global, this is Boyd Matterson, wishing you all the best in your quest to achieve the extraordinary.